How's it going, everybody? I'm meteorologist Joey Kregness, back with your daily forecast. Today, we actually do have a small risk for some severe weather. A couple different areas, mainly Missouri and north central Illinois. We'll talk about that, along with the expected continuing of the warm air in the central plains, and then talk about some severe weather that we could see next week with a nice trough that might be coming through. It's a little far out, but we'll talk about what we could see coming up mid to late next week. Before getting into the weather, we have our Raising Hail Tour 2024. Last show is less than a week away on Tuesday out in Chicago. Come by, say hi, hear us give our forecast for what we'll be expecting this year in terms of severe weather. Around the country, not a ton going on right now. Some light cloud cover, light snow and rain showers across the west, mainly in the higher elevations. Nothing too big to talk about. There is a little bit of a dip in the upper air, so that could bring some severe weather later on this evening and into the overnight hours. And then we got this nice warm air pushing up into the Central Plains, 75 already in Oklahoma City. We got 60s all the way out to the Ohio River Valley, so it's looking like a pretty nice warm day, bringing it back to central Oklahoma, 77 degrees in Shawnee. So already very warm. It should be fairly similar to what we saw yesterday in terms of temperature and sunshine and all that stuff. So looking like a pretty nice day for central Oklahoma. DFW Metro looking pretty similar. Temperatures in that mid and lower 70-degree range, expecting temperatures to push 80 degrees out there. Same with San Antonio and Austin. As soon as this cloud cover clears out, we'll see things start to heat up down there. And then Houston looking pretty nice and warm as well. Out in the front range, those warm temperatures have been sticking around for quite some time out there, already up in the 60s out in Denver. So very warm out there, much significantly above average temperatures like they've been seeing over the past several days. Where'd my radar go? Interesting. All right, well, as we get into later on into the overnight hours, seeing some light storms start to pop up just after midnight, and then those could strengthen as we get closer to around the 3 a.m. mark. This is the little storm that we're expecting for possibly some hail as we get into like the Springfield, Missouri area. This storm near Peoria looking pretty nice as well. We're not expecting these storms to be too intense because they're mostly elevated storms, but there is just enough mid-level instability that if storms do get going, we could see some low-end severe hail out of these. So we got two separate risk areas: Springfield, Illinois, Peoria, and I think that's Bloomington, Illinois, just off to the southeast there. Those are the main areas that we're watching, but like I said, this is a very conditional risk. If we are able to get storms above the temperature inversion that is expected to set up later on tonight, then we could see some severe hail out of it. But if we don't get enough lift in the air, those storms won't be able to access any of that mid-level instability and produce larger hail. So it could just be a few little rumbles of thunder. Maybe we'll get some larger hailstones out of it, but we'll be keeping our eye on it as usual, but just something to keep an eye out on for now. Nothing too substantial. Looking at what we're expecting for instability, we see this little blob push up into southern and central Missouri. That's going to help those storms get going, provide some fuel for them, but this is all mainly mid-level instability. It's not surface-based, so we do need enough lift for those storms to get up and access that instability. We'll see that push up into parts of Illinois later on early tomorrow morning, but we'll be watching out for possible low-end severe storms with this system later on tonight. Looking at our upper air map, we have this low pressure system setting up over north central Oklahoma. That is located along with a cold front that's moving through the south central plains. Hopefully that can provide enough lift to maybe get some of those storms going. Low pressure system going to race off to the east, and then it's going to be kind of messy for a little while until we get into next week, when we'll see this nice kind of double trough setup. And if and when these troughs merge together, we could see some stronger storms form out of that, but we'll get a low pressure system that'll move through the Midwest before dissipating, and then that trough will, or that jet streak will kind of merge down with the southernmost jet streak as we get into the middle of next week. That could bring some severe weather to the central plains, the Ohio River Valley, Great Lakes region. We'll be watching that. It is still fairly far out, about a week out at this point, so the details are still kind of up in the air, but we'll be paying attention to that as we get a little bit closer. Lower resolution model, looking at just a kind of a blob of rain in northern Oklahoma, southern Kansas, and then that moves into Missouri. And then as soon as that system really gets going, as we get into Thursday afternoon and evening, that precipitation will broaden out, bring some moderate rain to the Ohio River Valley. They could see a couple of inches over the span of 24 hours or so. That rain will continue to push east, spread throughout the Gulf Coast, all the way up to the northeast, where they could be getting some snow and some of the higher elevations, a little bit of colder air up there. That band of rain will push off to the farther to the east, and then things will kind of dry out for about a day or so before we get our next system starting to push on to the west coast. Looking at temperatures, we got that bubble of warm air still sitting across the central and eastern portions of the country. Cooler temperatures in the west. Pretty similar pattern to what we've been seeing over the past week or so, and that's not expected to go anywhere anytime soon. And same with this precipitation pattern. Heavy to moderate precipitation over in the west, drier in the south central plains, same with the southeast, and then a little bit wetter as we get into the Ohio River Valley and the Great Lakes region. So that's what we're looking at for that. That's all we got for today. If you're interested in learning more about us, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're interested in purchasing a plan, go ahead and scan that QR code up above me, or give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com, or check out our website at www.hailtrace.com. For now, I'm meteorologist Joey Kregness. Thanks for watching.